Sorry about that live stream. Round two. Just simply didn't have enough cell connection apparently. Said I did? Obviously I didn't. But here we go. So I flew in last night. We are at the border. We are on the northern end of Shelby Park. That through this fence here is the Rio Grande. Rio Grande. On the other side is Mexico. And so this is the whole area that is under, it's in play. The feds have said, hey, you need to allow border protection back in this park. Texas Attorney General has said, go pound sand. We're not doing that. If you guys aren't protecting the border, we're not letting you in. Only border protectors here. And so they have. We're going to walk down to a little section where we can get a really good kind of overview look. But what led us here? What led us to Texas versus federal? Texas, Abbott versus Biden. What got us here? Well, in December, the week before Christmas, there were 22,000 people that came across this area here in just Eagle Pass the week before Christmas. 22,000 people. This town here is 28,000 people. So they just got overrun. On December 20th, they had 4,000 people come through this little area over here. You can see these are some of the remnants. They haven't gotten up here to clean out yet. Just clothes, shoes, lots of food stuff. So Greg Abbott, after the whole, and another huge statistic is that in the month of December, 302,000 known encounters with illegal aliens, somebody's hat, 302,000 across the southern border in 1 month. In 1 month, over 300,000. That's a new all-time record. And so Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott, just basically said, Governor of Texas said, yeah, border protection, you're out. We're taking over. He did an executive order and he commandeered this as Texas land. So in this area up in here is what we're looking at. This is Shelby Park. And so let's jump into the drowning story. Drowning story is Mexico. So Greg Abbott took over on Wednesday, January the 10th. January the 12th, which is a Friday, Mexico called over to our border patrol who are not in this park and said, hey, we've got 3 deaths. We've recovered 2 bodies, but we're still looking for another couple. Could you help us out? So that was at 8 o'clock. People were known to be dead. They drowned. They said they drowned up here by the boat ramp, which is exactly where I'm pointing, I believe, right here. It's just a little bit this side, to the north side of the bridge. I mean, of the main entrance there to the park. So Mexico calls over. We say, Border Patrol says, okay. They send somebody here to the main gate at 9 o'clock asking permission to come in and do this rescue. Texas Military Department says, no go. Just, you can't come in here. We'll send somebody out to look. We'll send a soldier out to look and see what's going on. And they did, and they went right out here and took a peek, and there was nothing going on. Now, we think what happened is the actual drowning occurred on the Mexico side. And so then at 9:45, Texas National Guard on this side calls over to Mexico, or calls over to Border Patrol, Federal Border Patrol, and says, hey, they've got something going on the Mexico side. Our Border Patrol says, yep, they've handled it. They don't need any help. So you had this drowning that happened before the call was made. There was no ability to help out, whether the federal border protection is here or not. Those people would have drowned anyway. Could you imagine getting all the way, coming maybe from Venezuela, getting all the way here, so close into America, and you drown? It was a 33-year-old woman and her 10-year-old son and 8-year-old daughter. They died. Border Patrol. They're always looking. So he slowed down, I waved, and we're all just happy. So that's how it goes here. So that was National Guard. So the whole drowning thing, you got some Democrats from Texas saying, oh, if Border Patrol were allowed in, they could have rescued these people. These people were already drowned and dead by the time the call was made. So, you know, you've got that going on. That's kind of in the national play. I don't know if you've ever been involved in a drowning, but they happen in a matter of literally 1 or 2 minutes. And it goes from rescue to body recovery in literally, because people can't swim and people can't, you know, they can't breathe underwater. Drownings happen super quick. There we go. Prohibited la entrada. Butchered that. All right. So the Department of Justice is asking the U.S. Supreme Court for Texas to take off the razor wire. See the razor wire that we've got going on here? Yeah, Department of Justice is asking for that razor wire to be removed, and there are buoys down over this direction that prevent people from coming up to the bank here. And so you've got that going on, and during that lawsuit, there is we got more over here. How we doing? Just give them space. Is there some action over here? Who knows what's going on? That's like 3 trucks that have gone through. Are we watching somebody over here? Uh-oh, got a white truck up over there. It's been relatively quiet here. It just got warm. Today's the first day that it got warm. It's been really cold here apparently. And so one of the major items is that Mexico is actually chipping in, and they're doing they're turning people back. And so that's why the numbers have decreased. Also, we think that they are literally just pushing the migrants further north, you know, away from here, and then they come in and then they surrender whenever they can. But the coyotes need to get them across, because otherwise, coyotes from the cartel need to get them across, otherwise they don't get paid. So you've got this enormous fence surrounding a state park that has been taken over by Texas National Guard. And so some of the numbers here are just insane as far as how many people have come through here. And I think Governor Abbott is just taking a hard stand, and rightfully so. I mean, there's if your name is border protection and you are literally not protecting the border, you know, you're just basically an escort in for people. Let's see what this guy's doing. Uh-oh. I must be watching somebody over there. That's 3 guys posted up over there. Let's just go have a look and see. Are we going to see something? It's hard to know, isn't it? It's hard to know. We'll go back here. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to let that kind of settle down over there a little bit. But you can see the razor. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. You can see the razor wire kind of right in here. That covers the bank. Now Texas has put that razor wire in, and Texas put in buoys, like bumpers of buoys, but they deter people from making it to shore. And way down over here, there will be I don't know if we can see them from here yet, but we're going to walk down there. There's a whole bunch of boxcars that line the river, and they have the wire on top of them. So further preventing people from coming ashore here, because there's just been so many people that have come through this area. Now you can, got a helicopter coming. Anything could be happening. Some garbage. You can see over here. Oh yeah, I was doing too much talking. Here's the new wire. Here. How about this? Pull off the used wire and it's just got a bunch of clothes on it. People get caught up. I understand the coyotes are telling people to cut themselves on the wire because they will get immediate medical attention. And that's if they... Oh. Did you hear that? See that big poof over there? That's the big boat they've got. It's kind of like one of those boats that you see in the bayou. They just... I heard it go. I wonder if they're going to come up here. Oh, I think they are. We could actually see some action. See our taxpayers' dollars in action. I don't know. Man, it is warm. So warm. So yesterday was Wednesday, the 17th, and the Border Protection, federal government had made a request to the state of Texas, hey, by midnight of last night, Wednesday night, you guys need to allow access to Border Patrol. And the state of Texas just basically said, no, we're not doing that. We'll see you in court. So all of this entire area here is basically Biden versus Abbott. And I think Abbott is in his rights to do what he's doing. It's just going to be a real test of how this goes with the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court. So these guys are just kind of posted up here. And it's just so hard to know. I like to give those guys space. They're doing their job. It's my understanding. So before the state of Texas took over here, everybody could go in and out. And now the only people that can go in and out are as if you have a press pass, which I haven't gotten yet. I'm going to get one and go through there. But I just don't know what I can film and what I can't film. So I didn't want to take the risk of shooting a live stream that went terrible and have it go sideways mid through with, a bunch of military escort essentially. But I am going to do that, but you don't care about that. But hopefully we'll be putting out that content. Here is the main kind of staging area for this area of the park. And you can see the river just isn't that far across. It's pretty deep. Not gonna lie, it's pretty deep. But if if something was happening on the other side, you can see it. It's wildly obvious. Okay, here comes our white truck. I'm gonna pull this in. Keep going. Sorry about that. There we go. White truck is coming. It's perilous here at the border. You know what's really bad here at the border? Cell service. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, up ahead, that is the pedestrian and auto bridge. That is the border crossing. That is bridge number 1. Over there, Mexico, clearly. Over here. So literally just a couple of blocks down, we're gonna walk right down to it, is where everybody legally crosses. So you've got Mexican people coming here, they bring their kids here, their kids go to school here. You've got just all kinds of stuff going on because this is a hotbed of activity. Okay, so look at that van, that's filled with military. and those are military guys. So remember that white van? So last night I came down to one of these entrances here, and there was commotion going on with some illegals, and they were being put in a van. And then the story this morning on CNN was that Texas arrested their first set of illegals. So that's kind of a big deal. That isn't supposed to go into effect until March. It's my understanding until March. But they did an arrest last night, and the CNN article said it was late Wednesday evening. That's when I got here. That's when I came down here. I don't know if that van was, but the video of the arrest, when they were marching the person that was being arrested, they were getting in a van just like the one I saw, literally right down here. So we've got a cop coming. Oh, is it a party? Public Safety, Department of Public Safety. Now, who exactly? I know, it's State Trooper. Okay. We've got Department of Public Safety. We've got Texas Military Department. We've got Texas National Guard. The Military Department oversees the National Guard. And I think it oversees somebody else. Anyway, one of the presidents of the unions, and I think it was the National Guard, I can't remember, he is saying that he feels like Border Patrol is always complaining about not having enough manpower to basically cover clearly the border because it's so damn big. And so the president of the union, Border Patrol union, I think it is, not federal but state, was saying, hey, we're helping out the federal Border Patrol from the standpoint of, we've got this area, you go cover the further out areas, you've got more manpower to do that. So, that makes sense to me. But when your job is to be Border Patrol and 302,000 people come pouring across the border, I mean, something's got to change. So I think Abbott is he's taking a hard stand and kind of just, hey, here's the line in the sand. Let's see if I can get you up close here. Yeah. Just a bunch of guys doing a bunch of, can't get through there. And I've got a cop up here, so I'm gonna kind of just walk on through. This is the main entrance here. So the video that you saw from the mayor of Eagle Pass, where he was upset that the state came in. He's on the Fed side, by the way. That was shot right here. That was this gate. And I think it was the next gate down that I saw the van with a bunch of illegals in it. And one of them, they'd all just been arrested. One of them looked like he was probably from Sudan, big, huge, tall, black guy. And they all looked like deer in headlights. You just get arrested and you're put in a van in the U.S. and you just make it across the river. That's crazy stuff, right? All right, so we got State Trooper, National Guard. These guys are probably coming through. Yep. All right. So we're going to keep going. We'll walk here. Yeah. So much military. Kids coming down on the scooter. We've got window tinting over here. Window tinting going on.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm shooting a YouTube video.
A YouTube video?
Yeah.
What is your channel?
News for Reasonable People.
Oh.
I have 109,000 subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah. Talking about the border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys live here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We came visit right here.
Did you used to play here in the park?
Yes.
And then now, like since last Wednesday, you just can't get in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, do you wish you could play in there again?
Yeah.
Or do you just find somewhere else? Just go somewhere else?
I wanna with the lagoon is, you know where is it? Where it's gonna be the second
Oh, okay.
over there it's a lake.
There's a lake? Okay.
It's so good like this.
It's pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking on the video here. You guys have a good one. All right. Yep. See ya. One of my favorite parts down here is the American flag and the Texas flag on the pillars underneath the bridge number 1. We'll be able to see it in a sec. You can kind of see it through there. Yeah, kids are just checking it out. I would too. Hey, I used to be able to play in this park. Now I can't. That sucks. Oh, these guys must get bored. Go right here. And then you've got this happening right here. Nothing. All right. So we can see cars, pedestrians up here, just walking their way into Mexico. It's only like a 5-minute trip a lot of the time, maybe 10 minutes. It's pretty quick. So it'll be super interesting to see what happens between Texas, U.S. Supreme Court, and Biden and Greg Abbott. See if Biden backs down and Abbott just kind of does his thing, because it feels like that's what's happening. Because the big deal right now is that there's no illegals coming across. It's just not happening.
Sir,
Yeah.
what was your channel?
News for reasonable people. News for reasonable people.
Wait.
You want to see if I'm real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see your videos.
Okay. You find it? He's looking. I did a live stream today that was terrible.
Oh.
Didn't have enough cell connection.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's so hot in here.
it is. It was cold here for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it's gonna be cold.
Is it? It's been cold, right? It's pretty cold in Seattle. That's where I flew in from yesterday. You get it?
Can you put it?
News for reasonable people. That's me. Subscribe. All right, guys.
Bye.
Yep. Thank you. We'll see ya. I hope you get your park back soon. Yep, see ya. Like, oh, he's real. Yeah, so these people are just going home from work. These guys are just doing their thing down here. We're gonna keep going. There's more shenanigans. So, yeah, there's that view of autofocus. Yeah, there you can see the flags. Like, America. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's keep walking. Hello, pedestrians going back into Mexico. Hola. Hola, señorita. Uh-oh. No idea if I'm supposed to do this, but I have been. It's just kind of what we're doing. We're outside the park. They basically just ignore me. I ignore them and their loud diesel engines. Okay, now here's a crazy thing. We've got a golf course over here. So you can literally play golf. You can get in here if you play golf. You can get in here if you're military, just not fed. You can get in here if you're illegal. Does that make sense? Or if you play golf. We're going to see some golfers here pretty soon. Oh, there's a golfer right now. Check this out. I'm going to put this through. I'm going to go like this. There we go. Golfer. Yeah. Right over here. Yeah. It's just insane. Okay, golfers. Now, you don't appear to be a threat. Plus, we can't really take away your golf course. But, yeah. So, the hoverboat's going. Oh, let's see. I wonder if we can see it. It's a big boat. It makes a lot of noise. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Yeah, so a lot going on down here, and so much of it is just, it's straight politics. When you let 302,000 people through the southern border, the systems just can't handle it. And so that's why you saw the 4 borders closed down, including here. You saw here, Lukeville, Nogales, and one in San Diego, I believe. Yeah, what a surreal sight this is. So you got these guys down here, and then you've got just golfers over here, just doing their thing. It's pretty crazy. Then you got some new construction up over here, and kind of that's a new commercial building. I went over there earlier. But yeah, you can see the golfers. I can just walk down there, it's empty. There's golfers right there. Get in a round of golf, okay. Or, you know, have your border patrolled. Let's walk back this way. Are they illegal immigrants or are they golfers? Oh, they're golfers. That's what we got. I saw those folks earlier. I did not realize they were going to go golfing. That's pretty wild. I don't know why it's wild, because all right, so over here that's the access to the border, and then just right there. So in downtown, you make one turn and boom, you're right there. I haven't seen more than a couple of cars posted up waiting for access to the Mexico side. It looks like on the Mexico to U.S. side it takes a little bit longer, but I think I'm going to walk over there tomorrow and just kind of see what's happening. But just this this weird deal where most people can't come into the park, but if you're playing by the rules, you can, even though the people enforcing the park are not necessarily supposed to be here. This is a city park. It's not supposed to be run by the feds. So from that standpoint, it's like, all right, you guys just kind of came in and took over, which the governor has the right to do. That is his call to do that. Those are people talking up top. You just don't know. Like, people hiding in there. People up top. Okay, so let's go right here. Do this. You can see the shipping containers over there. Those are the shipping containers. They put wire out in front and on top, and just make a massive barrier to get up and over. But as of last Wednesday, you could walk down there and still get near there. Now, they've literally got this whole thing blocked off, and they are letting press in. So I just need to make an appointment and get in there. But the real story to me is what's going on out here. Is that who they're letting in, who they're not letting in, and then all the craziness about, you know, got the drownings off. Border Protection would have been able to be in there. They could have saved somebody. No, they were already drowned. They were dead. And even if that wasn't the case, it takes them an hour to get here, you know, an hour to get the boat in the water. And that person has died. Dude, you wouldn't have had a chance to save them because it just goes that quick. Uh-oh. Got some more people coming. Lot of military here. And what Greg Abbott, Governor Abbott, is saying is that the reason they're doing so much of this now is because they know other waves are coming, which I don't know. So let's talk about that for a second. There seems to be theories that there are large groups of people, mainly the cartels, telling people as far away as Venezuela, hey, come. They'll give you free housing, which, you know, Maine will give you two years of apartment rental. They'll give you free food. You can get a driver's license. Just basically they're promising the moon. But if you think about it, it's all kind of true. You come here and so many of these people are getting free food, free clothes, free medical care. California just basically stated we're going to give free medical care to, you know, age demographic of the legal immigrants. I mean, it's just the insanity of the amount of money being spent that shouldn't have to be. That money should be spent on reworking the border immigration policy. And that's another huge thing, is the immigration policy is a huge part of this. So whether or not we have a governmental shutdown, and I think that's supposed to happen tomorrow, 20% of the government gets shut down if they don't figure out a policy on you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's the kind of van that was loaded with illegals yesterday. They're always driving so fast. Is that because they're in a big, huge hurry to get somewhere? I don't know. Man, manning one of these border gates, oh, that's got to be tough. That's got to be tough. So this is kind of the area in Superplay. Down beyond there, there's another bridge, and that's where they had set up all the intakes for people, and they literally had several thousand people lined up in a field, and that's where things were bad back in December when they had the record-breaking 302,000 in a month, 22,000 in a week here, 4,000 in a week here. And these areas were getting hit by 6,000 to 7,000 people a day rolling through. And that's just overwhelming. And that's what precipitated this, with Texas doing something. Will you see other states do this? Texas is the only one that has, I think, the guts to kind of pull off that kind of deal. Just basically, hey, we're not tolerating your nonsense anymore. Here's what we're doing. We're taking over. So, yeah. Here's a guy with a bunch of dogs. What's he doing? Oh, he's just taking some footage. A lot of people walking around. I talked to a guy this afternoon. It was from San Antonio, and he manages the construction or something of local, what was it, Home Depot or Lowe's? I think it was Lowe's. And he just wanted to come down. He said he felt like this was a historic, you know, kind of moment in time. And the real thing here is that there's nobody in here right now. So everybody knows, oh, yeah, this isn't the spot you put them in, because Texas is going to push you back. And so we've gone from how many thousand to none in the course of a week. Now, some of that has to do with what I was talking about earlier, is the people that, you know, encourage everybody. Well, that goes and runs. You can only have so many people at a time kind of get through. And then, you know, fewer people come through. Also, Mexico they're actually doing some border protection. They're actually turning some people back. Their big argument is that they don't have the funds, they don't have the resources like the U.S. does. And so they simply just can't handle it. So, but they seem to be doing something right now, or we've just got this, you know, we had this huge influx, all those people come through, and we're waiting for the next waves. And so that's what all this preparation is happening here, is people thinking, okay, it's coming. It's just a matter of when and what time, because you just never know when this stuff is going to happen. But yeah, here's a guy. He looks like a Texan. Got his hat on. Yeah. Got some activity. All right. The guy's a Fed. I don't think he's going to run me over, do you? I don't think so. Okay, so I think we covered pretty much everything. Kind of getting back to my car here. I've been here all day with that failed live stream. That was really annoying. It looked like I had enough bars to make it go, but clearly I did not. And so this is the redo. How are you?
I'm thinking you doing okay?
Yeah. Tourist. Okay. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try and go take a walk over the bridge and take a look and see what looking back this direction looks like from the Mexico side. So stay tuned for that one. If you found this video entertaining, helpful, whatever, love to have you as a subscriber. I butchered that. You know what I mean. Hit the like button, the notification bell, buy some merch, all that good stuff. All right. I'm going to leave you with that. Catch up in the next one.